a video by the Love Police, and apparently they're teaching, I think in England, kids about depopulation, that it's a good idea. So kids, I guess, are learning while they're in school how to kill people. And so he did this video and commented on it, and within like an hour and a half, there was well over 120 some thumbs up to a comment that said, "What's wrong with depopulation? Let's start with depopulating Africa and the Middle East." And it's like, okay, let's wait a minute. Who watches the Love Police channel? Are they all people that actually want to kill other people? Is this the audience of the Love Police? Is everybody that we're kind of like saying there's a huge problem, they're actually fans of the Love Police? And like, I don't know, I'm just really, really confused who his audience is, because within an hour, 126, I think, thumbs up to a comment about depopulation. He's got some questionable audiences. Or is this our idea of love? Is this, like, this is a channel for the Love the Police. So you would think the only people that would be watching it would be people that wanted to share the love, but this is some of the things that I've kind of noticed. What we think is love is not really love, because if you want to start killing people with depopulation and you want to call that love, can you see maybe that's the problem, is our concept of love? And then if we have a lot of meditators that say, hey, you know what, all we need to do is just be the love. Well, if being the love means kill your neighbor because depopulation is a good idea, why do we need police? Why do we need guards for the queen? I mean, it, depopulate the planet then. Let's get everybody off, because let's face it, there's nobody on the planet that knows what the hell they're doing, so who should be the one that stays? But one of the biggest points I wanted to make is there's so much to know about this human experience, and where do you learn it? And I mean, you're in school from the time you're 5 years old. Hell, some people don't get out of school until they're 30. So, roughly 25 years of an education, and you still can know shit. There's that much information that you don't know about. So, it's not like everything is a big secret. Um, it's you're too busy to know. You've got other things going on. You don't have any interest in knowing. And now when, shit's hitting the fan, it's like, I want to know. And I would be one of those people you hate, because I would be one of those little kids that, why, 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 why? Everything was why. I wanted to understand the reasoning behind everything. And now at the age of 51, found out that every single experience we have has a cause. And it's like, I'm a pretty smart person, but it took an awful long time, basically a lifetime, to really, really understand the concept that everything has a cause. But one of the things I didn't know is you get rid of the causes and the problem goes away. And it doesn't matter what level of problem that is. I mean, it could be an illness, it could be cancer, it could be anything, because illnesses, that's another little hidden secret. Even if you go to medical school, they don't teach you shit there. You could go to school for 20 years in the medical profession, but they don't teach you everything you need to know about healing. And one of the biggest reasons is you're being taught what somebody else wants you to know, not what you want to know. They just say, this is what I want you to know. There's, you know, A, B, and C. I'm the guy that controls the world. And in order for me to control the world, I need you to learn how to do the job. So there's course A, B, and C. You think you have a choice by choosing A, B, and C, but it's just my choice that you're going through. And this is where people are confused about free will, is while somebody else has other information, they kind of take your free will away until you realize you have free will, that there's more courses than just A, B, and C. And that A, B, and C is the path to your own friggin' destruction, and you got to know that you're on that path. Most doctors, for example, I mean, I've experienced this. They, from the time I was first beaten, actually, my whole abuse experience started with the medical profession, where they thought they knew the answer to something, where actually doctors were telling my parents to beat the crap out of me for a medical problem that they say they couldn't, but for a medical problem, beating the shit out of me didn't make it go away, but it did go away, and there was a cause and a reason. Like if you see the bigger picture, it makes all sense. And this experience happened to me when I was 3. So all of these years, while you still needed medical care and had 4 kids, I can see they really do know shit. I've even had doctors. I've had 2 doctors that told me they don't know everything. If a patient comes in, they got to read a book. And these are doctors that have been in the business, 30 years. Some of these doctors. One guy was a young guy, and this guy, he delivered 2 of my kids. The most unique doctor I've ever seen. Lived right, or his doctor's office was right beside me, but his house was still in town. When I had my last child, he told me that I wasn't allowed to get off the couch, that I was supposed to pamper myself and do nothing for a full month. No cleaning, no nothing. And this would make me healthier. Kind of love that doctor. Anyways, his wife came when I gave birth the last time. She came and brought food. And she's not a friend or nothing. This is just my doctor. And so when I come back from the hospital, she's bringing me food. And this guy makes a house call after 30 days of me giving birth, comes into my house to see if I'm okay enough to do some laundry after a month with, this is on my 4th child. Now, this was a doctor that was, he was really, house calls. When have you seen that? And he was concerned with my emotional health, that you can break down if you're looking after too much and getting 0 sleep. And with 4 kids and a little baby, trust me, you'd have to be in that situation. But my first child, I was superwoman. I could do it all. Get me out of the hospital. I went to 3 different grocery stores and got the best deal and made my husband lunch and drove it to work, with a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, and a newborn baby just fresh out of the hospital that day. boy, did I pay for being supermom. Kind of learned that I couldn't do it all. So by the time I had my fourth child, it was like, okay, I'm not supermom. I can sit back and, I'll follow doctor's orders and do nothing for a month. This was a doctor, and this doctor told me we don't know everything. They only teach us the basics. But if we want to study, if somebody comes in with something, it's not like everybody's going to have something within the basics. They have to do research. And let's face it, we're getting different illnesses all the time. They create illnesses. And so you could get out of school, but 20 years later, they create a new illness. What are you going to do? You got to read these medical journals. You got to read a lot of medical information when you get out of school in order for you to understand what's going on to help other people. And the only people that are feeding doctors information are these people that want to kill the planet off. And these doctors are like, should be smart enough to know, hey, that will kill people. But no, doctors are not even that smart enough. They make too much money off the pills that they sell to be able to see a reality that is really going on. Anyways, in this big wake up, one of the biggest things that we got to understand is monuments are there for a reason, because they make us remember something. This is something that constantly puts something into your hard drive memory, so that every single minute of your day you remember this without you even thinking about it. It's like when you go and drive your car after you learn how to drive, you don't really think about driving too much. You're sort of like, just get in the car, and you don't remember all the rules you had to pass to get that license. You just go out and drive, and it's sort of like on autopilot. That's the same thing with what's going on, is anything we put out into our universe in the form of a monument, a commercial, a sign, branding, that gets into your hard drive. Whether you like it or not, it will influence you. You don't know when it's not influencing you, because you don't even know the sign is there. And we got Georgia Guidestones that says we're going to kill everybody, and we still keep that thing up there. Why isn't that torn down? We should be looking at what's allowed on TV. There's a reason why they wanted censorship, because we do need to censor some of the things that we're suggesting out there. Is this a good idea to say we need to kill most of the planet? Would you not be planning a mass murder? Are you not a serial killer? If you even put that suggestion out there, knowing that that suggestion has the power to influence society to actually follow through on the plan. We've just got some very, very sick people on the planet that if there was a police around, like to report a crime, or else we need to get our own money and offer police a lot more money than what they're getting now, and get them to be working for us and not these criminals. Peace out.